What up, guys? I'm back for another episode this week. This time, moving down to the Pac-12 South and breaking down Utah USC. Did Wazoo Oregon earlier in the week, so if you didn't see that, be sure to check it out. But this was a fun one. Kind of funny, actually, because I was not in front of my TV screen at all this Saturday. I was up in Pullman watching that game, so I didn't get the chance to see Utah USC, but saw the final score and saw some tweets on my timeline. But when I went and watched the film, one point stuck out to me, and it was this doubles tight formation that Utah keeps running. They run it about, 20 times in the game. So I thought I found the gold mine. And I was like, oh, this is a great point. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to break it down. And then I went to the TV copy, and I realized it's the same point that Roxy Bernstein and Anthony Herron noticed in the Pac-12 networks, and they use it as their open.
I just really thought I was going to find the treasure.
So I'm sitting there thinking, one, I don't want you guys to think I'm stealing their content. I'm not. But two, if multiple football minds are noticing the same one thing with this Utah offense, it's probably worth doing a breakdown on it. So I'm going to bring you guys that content today. We're going to look at this one doubles tight formation. That's what I'm going to call it for this video. There's probably a bunch of different names for it, whether it's bunch or snug or whatever it may be. I'm going to call it doubles tight. And Utah's been using this formation, and it's given their offense a sense of identity and schedule and rhythm that's allowed Tyler Huntley to really find his stride in the past month, and it's given this Utah offense and this Utah team a lot of momentum moving into late October and into November. So we're going to check out a series of plays. They're all in this one formation, and I'm going to show you how Utah uses it to attack USC's defense. So what is this double tight formation we keep talking about? Well, when we look at the formation right here, it's all four receivers, two tight ends and the two receivers bunched in close together, tight to the line. And it's going to be two tight ends off the line of scrimmage and two receivers on the ball with Zach Moss 8 yards deep in the backfield. And what this does is it allows Utah to play in a phone booth.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
That's a term you might hear is, hey, we want to play in a phone booth. That really means they want to dominate the interior of the football game. And that's what Utah does. They have the big boys up front on both sides of the ball. And so when they walk into a Pac-12 game, they're thinking, hey, we want to win up front. And this formation really allows the offense to attack downhill with everything being in tight. But it also allows Utah to say, well, we do have athletes. We do have receivers. And so they'll keep two receivers on the field. And it allows the offense to have some passing options down the field, but also play action options off of the run game of Zach Moss to get Tyler Huntley in rhythm, get him easy throws, and get the tight ends involved for Utah. So we're going to start in the first quarter, and let's see how the Utes use this formation.
The pitch. Zach Moss gets...
Nothing fancy, just a nice little toss to Zach Moss, and he gets 4 yards. But two things stick out to me with that. One, Zach Moss is one of Utah's best players, so it gives him touches. If you're a Utah fan, that's what you want. You want number two getting touches. And then two, you heard me say it earlier, it keeps this Utah offense on schedule. And so what does that mean? That means that you're sitting at 2nd and 6 all day long. If you're an offensive coordinator at 2nd and 6, your entire playbook's open. You're not behind the sticks. You're not in trouble. You're just continuing to beat along and keep your offense on schedule, which allows your offense to stay in rhythm and find big plays. But now let's check out how the Utes use this formation the second time around.
From the 20. Armand Shine. And he tries to get to the edge, and he's brought down after a gain of about 3.
Max, are you really just going to show me 3-yard run plays this entire video? Might be what you're thinking, not the case, but I do want to show you that play because Utah is able to get 3 yards, 3-4 yards, and sit at 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. The entire playbook's open. You're continuing to stay on schedule, but also, as the game progresses, you're wearing that USC defense down. The USC secondary is beginning to creep up a little bit, and when Utah comes back to this formation again, the SC defense is going to be thinking run. We're all bunched up tight together. Here comes the run, and let's watch what Utah does.
And the Stanford Cardinal at Stanford Stadium coverage begins next Saturday, 11 a.m. on Pac-12 Network, or download and watch on...
A well-executed play-action pass, but that's the rhythm, right? Run, run. Okay, now they're expecting run. Let's play-action pass. Let's use Zach Moss as a decoy. But what I love is this is a perfect example of a way to get Tyler Huntley in rhythm. This is an easy throw. This is a nice little over route. He's able to use his legs and get outside the pocket, which is very Tyler Huntley friendly. And so if you're the Utah offense, this is perfect. You're chipping right along. You did run, then you did play action. You're keeping SC's defense guessing. All the while, you have a nice identity of a run-first mentality out of this formation. I'm going to show you a clip here where it's a slightly different variation of the formation, There's still a wing, but there's not two receivers out there. And I want to show you another way Utah's offense can hurt you with this formation.
3. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Play action on the rollout. Pumping. Huntley now will run. He's in. Utah with their first lead of the night.
And that right there is the hidden element with the play action pass with Tyler Huntley behind center. You've put enough guys in the box to stop Zach Moss. You've got enough guys in coverage to cover all the receivers. But number one gets loose downfield and he does a quarterback run for a touchdown. It's hard to stop if you're a defense playing this Utah offense. But now we've watched 2 run plays, 2 play action plays. Well, what's the next step?
Their win against Colorado last Saturday night at the Coliseum. On second down, Huntley throws to the outside, and it's caught.
Well, let's air it out a little bit. So far, all we've seen is run plays and play actions. If I'm USC, I might as well just pack the box. They're not really going to use their receivers anyways. Well, not so fast.
Not so fast and not so fast.
Troy Taylor's going to say, we can still spread them out wide. Remember, we said we still had 2 receivers out there. They might be bunched in close together, but we still have 2 receivers. And we have 2 athletic tight ends, so we're going to use them in the pass game. They put Tyler Huntley in shotgun, and they're able to attack the defense vertically, even out of this bunched formation. We got 2 run plays, 2 play action plays, a nice downfield pass concept. If you're USC's defense, you're totally guessing at this point. But we can't forget that the main goal of this formation, what it allows you to do if you're Utah's offense, is bunch everyone in tight, and let's come right at you and force you to stop Zach Moss play in and play out.
T. Daniels, the second interception thrown by the freshman tonight. Now the first down carry.
And that's exactly what USC's defense did. They stopped him in the backfield. A good defensive play by the Trojans. But Troy Taylor's taking that information in. He's saying, okay, that USC secondary, they're getting a little tight, man. Those linebackers are creeping up. It might be time to take our shot.
Touchdown pass, the 7th career touchdown for Tyler Petit. Huntley taking a shot on first down, and they go downfield.
Love the call. Great call by Troy Taylor. Very timely, well executed. You use that same run action with Tyler Huntley and Zach Moss to get the USC defense to creep up, and then you throw it over their head for a well executed play. But that play is a product of all the plays earlier out of that same formation.
No, if you do that, I'm going to do that. If you do that, I'm going to do that. If you do this, I'm going to do that.
The runs, the play actions, the dropbacks, all of those allow your offense to have a rhythm, to have an identity, and keep the defense guessing, and it allows you to have successful shot plays downfield like the one we just saw there. As a football fan, we always hear it, right? Oh, we need to find an identity. Well, what does that exactly mean? It means that there has to be a method to your madness, and Utah's done a great job in October finding exactly that. And not every play is going to be a home run. Not every play is going to be a 60-yard gash or a 70-yard bomb, but there's a method to what you're doing. Yes, you might get stopped for a 1-yard gain or a 1-yard loss or a nice little chunk play, but all the plays play off of each other, and you've seen Utah be able to do that. Nothing overly complex, but it allows them to use their strengths, keep the defense guessing, and have a lot of success. Well, there we are. Another episode in the books. I appreciate you guys checking this out as always. Be sure to leave me a comment with your thoughts. Did something else stick out to you? Did I miss something? To me, I noticed the Utah double tight formation, or at least that's how I call it. But what did you notice? What sticks out to you? This was an interesting game in a conference that's a little wild. And what's it going to take for your team to get it done down the stretch? So be sure to leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you guys, and I'll see you here next week.